Championship Wrestling, home of the National Wrestling Alliance, featuring champions from throughout the continental United States. And now to your host, world-renowned wrestling commentator, Gordon Soley.
Hey, thank you so very much, and welcome to another hour of Continental Championship Wrestling, sanctioned by the National Wrestling Alliance, the oldest and largest sanctioning body of professional wrestling the world over. We will have 2 championship matches during this next hour. We're going to see the Southeastern Tag Heavyweight Championship go on the line, and also the United States Junior Heavyweight Championship. So it's going to be quite an hour indeed. Plus, we're going to be seeing the return of the Nightmares. And we'll be watching the Sheik Abdullah and Chris Von Colt in action. All of this and much, much more upcoming during this next hour of Continental Championship Wrestling. Getting set now for our first match. So let's turn it over to our ring announcer.
Already in the ring at a combined weight of 475, the Mongol and Eddie Ward. And now entering the ring, ladies and gentlemen, returning to Continental Wrestling, the original Nightmares. The original Nightmares.
All right, our opening match here on Continental Championship Wrestling, the Nightmares returning to take on Eddie Ward and the Mongol. 1 fall, 15-minute time limit. The Nightmares, their multicolored hair. 2 very talented young competitors. We said, of course, 1 fall. After what we saw last week, Nightmares, things are different indeed. Mongol taking his time. They lock up collar and elbow. Mongol ducks away. As he does, the Nightmare catches him. They square off once again, and it's the Nightmare. Full arm drag and twist, makes the tag. Danny Davis and Kenny Wayne. Referee checking, but there was no hair pull. Well, there was no hair to pull, really, except that one little tuft. And the tag is made, catches him on the shoulder. Bottom wrist lock, lateral drop, and takedown. Again, the tag is made. Eddie Ward moving into the ring now. He catches him coming in. Off the ropes. Catches him again. Lays to him right in the midsection. And another one to the midsection. Well, the Nightmares have certainly kept their touch, no question about that. If anything, they've sharpened and honed their skills. They're as dangerous a tag team combinations you'd ever want to see. Taking some punishment now. Makes the tag with the Mongol. And the Mongol wanting a little time here. Referee trying to explain to him there are no timeouts in wrestling. Catches one, a boot to the midsection, caught in a side headlock. Up and over behind his man, catches him with a beautiful drop kick. Right out through the ropes. Revered. And the Nightmares are on the fast burner today. Mongol out there complaining to no avail to the crowd. The crowd is certainly not in the corner with a Mongol, no question about that. Eddie Ward caught in the side headlock once again. Good shoulder smash, drops him to the canvas. A little bit of interference there from the Mongol that broke the hold. Nightmare ripped across the eyes. Hard clubbing right hand, a boot to the midsection. The Nightmare fires back. Head smashed into that turnbuckle. Brings him up for that inverted pile driver. Has him down. And the second Nightmare down across the chest. Count of three. Count of three. And so the Nightmares come out of this match victorious in fine fashion after taking on the Mongol and Eddie Ward. And let's get our official word.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time of 5 minutes and 15 seconds. Here are your winners, the original Nightmares. The Nightmares.
In the wilderness, there is a delicate balance. Paul understood this. There were those who didn't. I'm going to find it and kill him. Even Paul's deepest secret would not be safe.
You have seen him, haven't you?
They were hunting for something special, but no one was prepared for this. Try Wilderness. The legend lives. Rated PG. A film for the entire family.
Now showing in Knoxville and surrounding cities.
Stereo television. Once you hear how great it sounds on a Zenith, you'll think we invented it. We did. Zenith. Quality. If you're fed up with bite-sized screens that leave you hungry for more, Zenith's new digital 27-inch stereo TV serves up a feast for the eyes. Zenith. Quality.
What are you missing if you're not renting to own at Rent-A-Center? A great deal.
Right now at Rent-A-Center, just $17.95 a week will get you this 120-watt stereo, complete with dual cassette deck, 14-band equalizer, 3-way speakers, and cabinet. That's right, everything you see here for only $17.95 a week.
And if you're not happy, you get back your first week's rent. It's a great deal. Don't miss it. Call now. Rent-A-Center. Count on us for a great deal.
Keep them running with Action Ration dog food from your co-op. It's high quality, blended for the hunting and working dog. High in protein and fats, Action Ration gives your dog plenty of energy to keep him running. And a 50-pound bag is priced right. Sportsmen recommend it.
Feed them Action Ration. The only thing I feed my dogs. Action Ration.
Get it only at your co-op. And now there's Action Ration Junior for puppies.
Tennessee Civic Coliseum, Saturday night, November 15th, 8:30. The Tag Team Tournament to determine the new Continental Tag Team Champions. First round pairings, the Tennessee Stud and the Bullet clash with the New Guinea Headhunters. The mystery team turned out to be the Nightmares. They'll meet Ron and Don Wright, Adrian Street and Wildcat Cooley. Come to grips with Dirty White Boy and Hustler Rip Rogers, Steve Armstrong and Tommy Pritchard against Sheik Abdullah and Chris Von Colt, and plus many other teams in Knoxville.
I'll tell you what, mark these dates down on your calendar. First of all, Greenville, and that'll be on November 15th at 3 p.m. in the afternoon. Continental Championship Wrestling coming to Greenville November 15th at 3 p.m. And then Knoxville, the Civic Coliseum, Saturday night, November 15th, 8:30 p.m. And, of course, the first round pairings in the new Continental Tag Team belts, a one-night round-robin tournament, and it will be the Nightmares facing Ron and Don Wright.
Ron and Don Wright. You understand that they're a legend. Well, I'm going to tell you something. When it's over that night, baby, you're going to be a legend in your own mind. Because you know the Nightmares held the Southeastern Tag titles for 13 months. And we plan on getting those Continental Tag titles, because when we walk out there, we're going to have two things. We have the titles around our belt and smiles on our faces, baby.
That's right, baby. Right there for all those wrestling fans. They're going to see all of it right there happening in one night right there in Knoxville.
Well, we're going to find out. There are some opposing views, and let's hear them right now.
Kevin Sullivan, you and your men have a lot at stake in Knoxville.
First time ever the Continental title will be held, tag title will be held right there in Knoxville. And you see, I stacked the deck there in Knoxville. Both of my teams are entered. And the thing is, the Headhunters have never lost a fall. And Fuller and Armstrong, if you do beat the Headhunters, either one that takes the fall can have a shot at my Continental title.
A great afternoon of wrestling coming up in Greenville on the 15th at 3 p.m. in the afternoon, and Knoxville on Saturday night, the 15th.
Ladies and gentlemen, this will be for the Southeastern Heavyweight Championship, a title match. It will be between Hustler Rip Rogers and the champion, the exotic one, Adrian Street. Linda, here is the challenger for the Southeastern Heavyweight Championship, Hustler Rip Rogers. Rip Rogers. Ladies and gentlemen, now entering the ring, accompanied by his valet, Miss Linda. Here is the Southeastern Heavyweight Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, the exotic one, Adrian Street. Adrian Street. One fall, 20.
One fall, the Southeastern Heavyweight Championship on the line. The Hustler Rip Rogers going out against the exotic Adrian Street. Both men are accompanied to ringside by their respective valets. Of course, Brenda Britton on Rogers' side, Miss Linda on the side of the exotic Adrian Street. Interestingly enough, Brenda Britton, exotic Adrian Street, of course, from Great Britain. Southeastern Heavyweight Championship on the line here. I don't know. Hustler Rip Rogers looked like he was getting out of the ring. Now the exotic one. Rogers making some comment about The exotic Adrian Street.
Do not use that word.
Well, a lot of people have been calling...
Pray. What were you talking about? You told me. Fleabag? Not Fleabag. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, even if you tortured me, I would never call a Fleabag Fleabag.
Well, there you have it. There's the pink Southeastern Heavyweight Championship belt, currently held by the exotic Adrian Street. A lot of people have called Brenda Britton Fleabag, and has raised the ire of Hustler Rip Rogers and obviously of Brenda Britton. Bill Russell, top executive with Straight Furrow Productions down at ringside. His trusty 35mm on hand, and there you see the exotic one, Adrian Street, getting set to defend his title. I'll tell you what, don't be fooled by some of his mannerisms, because here is a man who is double tough. He's all man and a yard wide, but he does have some rather unusual movements once he gets into the ring. Rogers, of course, tremendous all-around athlete. Held numerous bodybuilding championships. Quite a figure of a man indeed. They lock up collar and elbow. Rogers catching the advantage on that one. Once again they lock up. And it's Street in behind his man. Well, Rogers has been more than somewhat unnerved by the tactics of the exotic one thus far. All right, once again they square off. They lock up collar and elbow. Rogers powers him back into the turnbuckle, drives the knee into the midsection. Irish whip and a reversal now by the exotic Adrian Street. And Rogers leaves the ring. Rogers leaving the ring in a fit of disgust. Strangely enough, it's Rogers who's in the pink and Street who's in the black. What I mean about the conditioning of the exotic Adrian Street. Rogers now secreting something behind him, now passes it back to Miss Linda very plainly in camera view. Street somewhat dubious about that combination. Once again, collar and elbow. Miss Brenda interfering in the exotic Adrian Street, catches her, but it is the Hustler Rip Rogers. Delivering a sledgehammer to the back, then catches him a hard right hand to the side of the jaw. Street is down, and Rogers double thrust into the throat. Street is down again, grabs those ring ropes. Snapmare by Rogers, and Rogers has things going his way now. Rogers catching him once again. Rogers now catching the Southeastern Heavyweight Champion for a third time across the chops. And it is Rogers really pressing that advantage. And so Street in trouble. Headbutt by Rogers has Street back to the canvas. I'll tell you what, this has been a give-and-take match, but right now it's Hustler. I was going to say Rogers has the advantage, but Street has suddenly turned the tables. Street now firing away with everything that he's got. And Rogers now in trouble. Rogers has something in that right hand. Clocks Street. And there's Miss Linda after Brenda Britton. Had him down for the 3 count. But let's check him out. Let's check him out. I think Mr. Rogers kind of got himself a little confused here. Look at this. He had something in his trunks, and so the exotic Adrian Street retains his championship. Good move on the part of Miss Linda. She slipped it back inside the trunks of, and an argument now between Brenda Britton and Miss Linda. Oh, my. Oh, an attack on Miss Linda, and that is completely uncalled for. The Hustler Rip Rogers grabbing that belt, but it is not his. It belongs to the exotic Adrian Street. Let's get the official word from our ring announcer.
The time of 4 minutes. The referee reversed the decision, and the winner of the match is Adrian Street. Adrian Street, the winner.
East Tennessee Ford is Ford Truck Headquarters for East Tennessee. I want you to look at this, a new special purchase. New 86 F-150 half-ton pickups, a whole group. 2-tone, XL trim package, V8 air, 4-speed, power steering, brakes, stereo, step-upper, and more. Take your pick at just $10,866. Have you got good credit? Can you handle $179 a month for a new half-ton? Hey, put the family in the trade. Take Gap Road exit off I-640 to the Clinton Highway to the East Tennessee Ford Giant. East Tennessee Ford.
Louis Rich breast of turkey. So lean, so light. Slice it for tonight.
Wow, turkey.
For tomorrow.
Wow, turkey.
Anytime, carved and cooked whole from the bird. Its natural shape says it's juicy and delicious. Louis Rich makes turkey so easy, so tonight.
Turkey.
So luscious, so light. It took Louis Rich to make turkey so right.
Polo isn't just a game. It's a tradition, a way of life. Lauren. The Polo Club Mugs. This set of 4 ceramic mugs is your gift with any $20 purchase. Available at Miller's.
On locating an MRS nuclear waste disposal site in our district, Jim Golden says no. Marilyn Lloyd says maybe. On serving on a key committee in Congress that oversees TVA, Jim Golden says yes, he will. Lloyd resigned from it. On runaway federal spending, Jim Golden says no, stop it. Lloyd? Well, the National Taxpayers Union ranks her among the top 20% of the big spenders in Congress. It's time for a change. Jim Golden for Congress.
Everybody here at Boutwell saw it because that title is now mine, baby. I beat Adrian Street 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring, and everybody saw it. And now that's right, it is out of the way. That title's gonna be mine for a long, long time, baby. How's your neck feel, Linda? How does your neck feel? I love it.
Well, I'll tell you what, Freddie, I don't know if the exotic one cares to speak right now, but he certainly has the opportunity if he wishes so.
Thank you, Gordon. How's Linda?
She's not good! Listen, you stinking flea bags! You stinking flea bags! There's no way
There you have it, Gordon. Very upset, and rightfully so.
Well, there you have it, the comments from the exotic Adrian Street. Obviously, this battle for the championship is a long way from being over. Hustler Rip Rogers may have physical possession of the belt, but the technicality of it is that the exotic Adrian Street still is indeed the Southeastern heavyweight champion. Let's hope that Miss Linda has a speedy recovery and that the exotic Adrian Street gets an opportunity to settle the score once and for all against the Brenda Britton and Hustler Rip Rogers. I've asked Kevin Sullivan to join me right now because I'd like to review some of the incidents that have occurred in the weeks past, and I'm referring, of course, to the serious injuries inflicted upon Steve Armstrong, also on Robert Fuller, and, of course, on Jimmy Golden.
I like that word, Mr. Soley, review. Yes, see, it was inflicting pain, but, you know, Mr. Soley, when you say something, it's the truth. You know, when you say something, it's automatic, bonded, and certified. It's the truth. When I came here, I told you I would become the king. So everything I said has come to pass. Like the war has been started. The lines were clearly drawn. I told you, I guaranteed you that they would take an ambulance ride. So like you and I are on the same level, Mr. Soley. You and I talk the same language. We're like the Walter Cronkites of America. What we say is the truth.
Yeah, but I don't find anything about injuring 3 men in one night. You see, and you seem to think this is very funny.
You know, Mr. Soley, you know, sometimes I think when you shut the door in your hotel at night, you must laugh like I do, too, because evil lives in your heart. I know that, Mr. Soley. You know, you have done a world of good. You know, you are a charity worker. Now, I'm a charity worker. Look it, I took Mr. Colt off the streets of Berlin. He was floundering in the sea of life in beer halls in Munich. From Munich to Berlin. Then I got the Sheik. You see, the Sheik had walked through the desert, the burning desert. When he was carried by his mother dropped him out of the womb, and he crawled for 6 hours in the burning sands and curled up in the fetal position, ready to die. But the moon was full, and a jackal came, and she dropped her Rosetta, and he reached out and sucked the life right out of the jackal. And I went to an uncultured civilization. And you know all about uncultured civilizations and the flowers that blossom there, Mr. Soley. Because we have been to the Polynesian Islands, and I have seen what you have delivered there. You see, I took them right out of the jungle and done something. I've done charity work like you have. You know what you say, charity starts at home. Yeah. See what I've done for mankind?
Well, it's pretty obvious to me that you're no longer interested in reviewing this tape. You seem to be dead set upon extolling the virtues or the lack thereof of these people that surround you.
You see, Mr. Soley, when you say something, you can throw a lot of people off. But when you say something, I go home and take that tape and edit it. You know, like the Sheik tells me all about things that you do. So I take out the tape and I review all these
Well,
words.
let's take a look at this right now.
Yes,
What's going on here?
You'll see that later, Mr. Soley. Let's see the tape.
Well, no, we've seen all of it.
You see, sands of time, Mr. Soley, has come to Ronald Fuller and the Armstrong family, like sands of time in the hourglass. When your time runs up, like the Sheik said, when he lived in the desert and knew all about the sands of time and how things happen, and when it becomes the time for seasons to end, things like this, you disappear, Ronald Fuller. You see, you can line yourself up with a bullet. Another man that lives in darkness. And Mr. Soley, I have heard now that no longer will they allow a suicide match on television. Is that correct?
That's true.
Mr. Soley, you being the head of the establishment, and, you know, I don't make threats, Mr. Soley, because a threat is something that doesn't happen. I make predictions, and, Mr. Soley, you know, I can make things appear anytime I want and appear at different times, like Sheik and I said. Like right now, things could come back and time could pass. Don't be like the sands of time and be blown away, Mr. Soley. When I said this war was on, everybody has to join sides. It's one way or the other. You with me or you against me? And I know you're too smart to be against me.
Well, that's truly amazing. Absolutely amazing. I think it's time to go to our next match, please. I think we've had quite enough up here at the desk.
Introducing first the challenger, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Tommy Pritchard. Tommy Pritchard. And we're awaiting the entrance of the U.S. Junior Heavyweight Champion, ladies and gentlemen, the King of Wrestling, Roy Lee Welch. One fall 20, this is for the belt.
U.S. Junior Heavyweight Championship going on the line now. Roy Lee Welch, the self-proclaimed king of wrestling, going up against Dr. Tom Pritchard. Referee is Roy George. Welch in the red trunks. Pritchard in the, well, teal, aquamarine, blue, you name it. Actually, light blue and dark blue. Match is underway. U.S. Junior title on the line. They lock up collar and elbow. And it's Roy Lee Welch, a quick forearm, and it's Pritchard firing back. Welch checking, he caught that one across part of the nose, and he was checking to see. A bit of a commentary between the referee and Roy Lee Welch. Roy Lee Welch now. Side headlock, but a good top wrist lock by Tom Pritchard took Welch to the canvas. Good reversal by Welch, and now a reversal by Pritchard. Into a fireman carry takedown. And it's Welch utilizing those ring ropes, forcing the break. Short kick into the back of the rib cage. Pritchard backing away. Beautiful drop toe hold by Pritchard. Float up on the body and a side headlock. Boy, Pritchard, really masterful move there. Feinted to the upper right shoulder and then dropped in with that good toe hold. Now into a top wrist lock. And Pritchard gets a bit of an advantage there. Welch complaining. Into the ring ropes. The referee calls for the break. Welch drives the shoulder into the midsection twice. Chop into the throat. Welch now trying to take control of the situation. Misses with a right hand. And it's Pritchard connecting underneath the ear. Standing drop kick by Pritchard. Welch backing away. Pritchard closing in. Pritchard has Welch in a lot of trouble here. Got him in those femoris muscles. That could mess up a hamstring. The hamstring, the wraparound muscle. Most wrestlers, when they suffer muscle injury in the leg, it goes a little deeper than the hamstring, goes into the quadriceps themselves. Welch trying to get some extra leverage. Referee Roy George right on top of it. Well, after all of the things that have come down in the past several weeks, I note the absence, of course, of Robert Fuller and Jimmy Golden. Still on the recovery trail. Full body slam by Welch. Welch lands a flat of the foot solidly into the chest of Pritchard. And a right hand to the midsection, right hand to the side of the jaw. Pritchard in trouble now. Welch very much in charge of the situation. Right hand. Pritchard lashes out with a boot to the midsection. Pritchard catches him, a hard right hand to the head. And Welch wastes no time in firing back. Pritchard comes off the ropes. A boot to the midsection, chop into the throat, and Welch is down. Welch catches him with a good upper knee lift. Welch, a series of right hands. Welch doubled up on that one. A double over, actually. Pritchard stalking him, and it's Welch with a mule kick, and it's Pritchard catching it mid-flight. And again, he catches him, punishing those femoris muscles, and now flat of the foot to the forehead of Royley Welch. Good block by Welch, and he connects with a hard right hand. Welch saying that was the heel of his hand. It was not. Indeed, it was a fist. No question about that. But it got past the referee. And that was definitely a thrust into the throat. Pritchard in trouble here. Royley Welch steps outside the ring and punishes him on top of that top rope. Pritchard to the opposite side of the ring, trying to get it back together. Here comes Royley Welch, the king of wrestling, looking very strong here. Snapmare by Welch, into a rear chin lock. A special hi to Clarence Tucker from Overton, Alabama. Nice to have him watching along. Rear chin lock now by Royley Welch, keeping Pritchard under control at the moment. Well, the pressure is on. Of course, this match, as you heard, one fall, 20-minute time limit. Rear chin lock, dangerously close to a chokehold, and Pritchard trying to battle his way away from it. Welch, of course, a third-generation wrestler. Welch connected with a right hand off the ropes. Welch up on the second ring rope now. Roy George telling him to come off those ropes. Pritchard coming up very slowly. Welch, double sledgehammer to the top of the head of Tom Pritchard. Welch catches Pritchard coming off the ropes now. Pritchard breaks it up. Notice how quickly, however, the instinctive reaction is on the part of Royley Welch. Moves in against his man. Full body slam, and that jams the, jars the 26 vertebrae. Pritchard again powers away from it. Pritchard caught him at the belt line. Caught him right at the belt line. Beautiful headbutt. Pritchard wasting no time in punishing Welch some more. Off the ropes, Pritchard smashes into the referee. And it's Welch closing in on his man. Hurdles him over the top rope. And Welch congratulating himself. He is really... Wow! Pritchard caught him. And it's Welch over the top rope that time. Automatic disqualification. But Pritchard giving Welch a dose of his own medicine. Pritchard right back into the ring after him now. Has him up high. Atomic knee drop. Beautiful drop kick by Pritchard, and Welch rolls out of the ring. However, the referee, unaware of Welch's actions, saw Pritchard hurdle Welch over the top rope, and so the belt stays. So the belt stays with Roy Lee Welch. Let's now go to the ring announcer for the official word.
A time of 9 minutes via disqualification. The winner and still champion, the king of wrestling, Roy Lee Welch.
Oh, Tennessee, you thought went 2.9 into the deals did too. That's the big W. Wrong. Not here at East Tennessee Ford. Look at this, not one or two. A veritable plethora of new 87 Escorts. They got air, automatic, power steering, power brakes, stereo, and more. You tired of driving that old $2,500 trade? Drive in here, drive home in your new Escort and own it for $119 a month. Get off the couch. Call us or take Gap Road exit off I-640 to Clinton Highway, turn right, and you're here at East Tennessee Ford.
Why buy a shell when you can own a complete home for half the money? 500 mobile homes on Clinton Highway from I-640 to Callahan Road. 10 dealers committed to the lowest prices and service after the sale. If you're thinking of buying a mobile home, you need to shop Clinton Highway.
3 miles of mobile homes on Clinton Highway, Knoxville and hometown USA.
You know, it's funny. Lots of people used to think what made a great Raisin Bran was just a couple of scoops of raisins. But today, people want more. That's why today's people prefer Post Natural Raisin Bran. Post is different. Look how some Raisin Brans hide their raisins with sugar. Not Post. These beauties are naturally sweet. And taste these crispy wheat and bran flakes. Fantastic. So don't settle for just any Raisin Bran. Insist on Post Natural Raisin Bran. Today's people prefer Post.
For 3 years, Bryant has been paying people back for their highest month's gas bill. This year, we're doubling the deal. 2 months of free gas when you buy our Plus 90 gas furnace. We can do this for 2 reasons. Gas is economical, and the Plus 90 is so efficient, it uses less gas. So cash in on our double deal.
I'm David Duggar, owner of Kaltoff Incorporated. Since 1949, we've been Bryant dealers and fabricators of stainless steel and other metal products. For quality service, call us.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's some great wrestling coming up in this viewing area. First of all, Saturday afternoon, November 15th in Greenville. Match time is 3 p.m. for Continental Championship Wrestling. A host of your Continental TV stars will be on hand. And then in Knoxville at the Civic Center, Saturday night, November 15th, match time is 8:30. The first time in the history of the NWA round-robin tournament for the Continental Tag Team Championship. The Bullet and the Tennessee Stud facing the New Guinea Headhunters.
You know, it'll be a history-making night in Knoxville, Gordon, because nobody has ever won, held, or even seen the Continental Tag Team title because they've just been sanctioned by the National Wrestling Alliance. That night, some team is going to walk away with 2 brand-new, beautiful, shiny Continental Tag Team belts. Now, there's a lot of tough teams in here, as you can see. I don't know how many times, I hadn't really calculated yet, one team will have to wrestle to win, but you got to win it in one night, round robin, like you said. But I'll just say this to all the other teams that are in the tournament. You see standing beside me the Stud, something maybe you thought you'd never see, and I thought I would never see. But if you get kicked by a Stud and hit by a Bullet, brother, a lot of teams are going to fall.
I'll tell you what, there's an interesting little aspect of this, too, concerning Kevin Sullivan.
Ain't that the truth, Gordon Solis? Kevin Sullivan has made the boast that nobody's ever beaten his New Guinea headhunters, and that if either of us can take a fall on the headhunters in the first round of this tournament, that we'll get a shot at the Continental Championship. Well, I hope you got guts enough to defend it first of all this time if we do get the shot. And not only are we going to get the shot, I got a question for you, Kevin Sullivan. If provided that we get simultaneous pins, me over one of them and the Bullet over the other one, are you going to defend that title against the both of us? Because you're looking at that possibility. We may beat them both at exactly the same time, Gordon Solie. We're going all the way through the tournament. It's going to take 3 wins. We all fired up. We're ready. It's the biggest tournament that's ever been held in Tennessee, and we're glad to be a part of it. We're looking to wear them belts out of there on the 15th.
That's going to be Saturday the 15th.
Ladies and gentlemen, this tag team event, one fall with a 15-minute time limit, one fall 15. Now in the ring at a combined weight of 470 pounds. First, let's introduce Gilbert Hall. Gilbert Hall. And his team partner. By their mentor, Kevin Sullivan, the Mystic. Here are Chris Von Colt and Sheik Abdullah. One fall 15.
All right, Chris Von Colt and Sheik Abdullah going up against Gilbert Hall and Pat Myers. One fall, 15-minute time limit. Colt and Abdullah, an interesting combination, no question about that. All right. Both men readying themselves for this bit of mayhem. There's the bell. They tie up, collar and elbow. Sheik Abdullah, Irish whip and a reversal here. Abdullah off those ropes. And brother. Abdullah is a dangerous man indeed. Some quick double teaming here. Double lariat. So Chris Von Colt in the ring now. There's a neck breaker. Von Colt has things very much under control. Series of boots to the rib cage. Another lariat. And that one almost tore his head off. And now here comes Sheik Abdullah. With or without benefit of tag, these two are a well-oiled machine, no question about that. And, of course, they strictly adhere to the teachings and principles of the Mystic One, Kevin Sullivan. Sheik Abdullah, good high vertical suplex. Now the Sheik down across the throat. His opponent able to get that shoulder off the back. Beautiful double drop kick by the Sheik and by Colt. Chris Von Colt in total command right now. Drives a boot to him once again. Smashes him into the elbow of Sheik Abdullah. Front face lock, now into a front chancery. Tries to make the tag. Makes the tag. Referee did not see the tag made. Meanwhile, some quick double teaming. Ron Colt down across the chest. Didn't allow the pin. Ron Colt did not allow the pin. Meanwhile, the team of Myers and Hall have only had one man in the ring during this entire match. So they've really kept them at a total disadvantage. Whether those will pull those hamstrings, that can create some problems. A knee into the prefrontal lobe once again. Again, he drives that knee into the head of his opponent, and this man is writhing in agony now. He's got a lot of problems. Abdullah, gut wrench, salto, and again does not allow the pinfall. Obviously had the man, just didn't allow the pinfall. Abdullah and Colt double teaming. And look at the expression of happiness on the face of the Mystic One, Kevin Sullivan. Brings him up. Full body slam by Colt. Sheikh Abdullah off the ropes, caught him. Drove that right hand in like a sledgehammer and makes the tag once again. Brings him up, another full body slam. And it's Colt. Back across the chest. Count of three. Count of three. And so, Sheikh Abdullah and Chris Von Colt wiping out their opponents. Never allowed the second man in the ring. Kevin Sullivan in there offering more punishment. For the official word, here's Freddie Miller.
The winners in a time of 5 minutes and 10 seconds, Sheikh Abdullah and Chris Von Colt.
A mysterious discovery.
He gave me this.
Leads to the adventure of a lifetime.
There is no Bigfoot. He's a fairy tale.
Only Paul knows the truth.
Send me away and you'll be killed.
Only he can warn you. If it's not too late. Try Wilderness. The legend lives. Rated PG.
Now showing in Knoxville and surrounding cities.
Polo isn't just a game. It's a tradition, a way of life. Lauren. The Polo Club Mugs. This set of 4 ceramic mugs is your gift with any $20 purchase. Available at Miller's.
Louis Rich breast turkey. So lean, so light. Slice it for tonight.
Wow, turkey.
For tomorrow.
Wow, turkey.
Anytime. Carved and cooked whole from the bird. Its natural shape says it's juicy and delicious. Louis Rich makes turkey so easy, so tonight.
Turkey.
So luscious. So light. It took Louis Rich to make turkey so right.
Football's back, and you could be a winner. Each home game throughout the season, TV6 and participating sponsors offer you the chance to win 10 UT tickets and a tailgate party, free. Just mail a postcard to Tennessee Tailgate 86, care of WATE. Include your name, address, age, and phone number. Winners will be announced Saturday nights at 11:25 on TV6 Football File. Enter Tennessee Tailgate 86 today and win with Coca-Cola, Kern's, Lay's, White Stores, Mayfield Dairies, Golden Flake, and TV6.
Knoxville, Tennessee, Civic Coliseum, Saturday night, November 15th, 8:30. The Tag Team Tournament to determine the new Continental Tag Team Champions. First round pairings, the Tennessee Stud and the Bullet clash with the New Guinea Headhunters. The mystery team turned out to be the Nightmares. They'll meet Ron and Don Wright. Adrian Street and Wildcat Cooley come to grips with Dirty White Boy and Hustler Rip Rogers. Steve Armstrong and Tommy Pritchard against Sheik Abdullah and Chris Von Colt, and plus many other teams in Knoxville.
Let me take a moment right now to talk to both the Bullet and the Tennessee Stud because some heavy things are coming down.
Well, you know, I tell you, I thought I was alone there. Scott Armstrong had laser surgery. They put Steve Armstrong out right here last week. Brad Armstrong is on tour, but I'm proud and happy to say that I am not alone, brother. I got friends, and I got friends because they respect me. And, brother, here's the respect right back to you. I appreciate it.
I ain't had nobody put more stitches and knots on my head than this man right here, but it's time between the two of us, and we can make your ugly New Guinea boys look even uglier than they already look. You can add your Sheik, you can add your jerk from Germany, you can add yourself if you got guts enough, little doughboy. We ready for any of you and all of you.
Well, if you're ready, I'd rather have them than Southern scum. You're Southern scum. Your whole both of your families are nothing but scum. Come on down. If you got the nerve, come on. Let's see your Southern gut. Come on. Come on, chicken. Come on down.
Well, why don't we just make it all the way? Why don't we take a fall anywhere we can get it? We take it in the dressing room. We take it in the parking lot.
We'll take it in England.
Let's just take a fall anywhere we can take it and beat your filthy butts anywhere we can get our hands on you.
Wait a second. I'll tell you what. We'll agree to this.
Take care of the butt now.
Well, come on. We agree to it.
Oh, wait a minute.
Come on.
Wait a minute. Don't go away. Let's stay with you.
Outside.
Let's
The
stay
balls
with it.
will count outside the building. Inside the building. I'll run you over in a car. Come on.
Going to the ring. And, brother, just stay with us. Next week, we'll be seeing the Nightmares, Abdullah the Sheik, and Chris Von Colt, and a host of others. And look for a big November. But right now, we've got action going in the ring. Let's stay with it until we go off the air. The Tennessee Stud and the Bullet. And, brother, they're raising their own kind of H-E-double-Q, if you know what I mean. They are really tearing up some folks now. They came with a challenge, and wait a second. They've caught the Bullet, and they've got the Stud in trouble over in that corner. They caught him with that. Well, our time is completely run out. Our time is completely run out. Be watching for us next week here on Continental Championship Wrestling. Tell him Gordon Soley saying, so